Beat the Hun! Mike Shepard hates us. He picked the shepherd's check. And as I don't know if you can see, if you move it like this, it's basically a static pattern. It's just pulsing.
And I get to stare at it for 3 hours.
Yep. It definitely creates a few challenges. It's fairly easy to do. It's just...
I prefer Black Shadow. Black Shadow does not pulse.
Yeah, that's true. Black Shadow, you kind of do the bob and weave the whole entire time.
I'll take that. I just need horse blinders.
Yes.
Don't look left or right, just straight ahead.
Because the white is in, we can't use our normal chalk. We have to use a different color chalk. We also need to make sure that our chalk marks are way outside of where we're going to be sewing, because that yellow will still leave a little bit of a stain, a little bit of residue behind. So things are just in different spots. It's not that it's harder, it's just your eyes go, my eyes went already, cross-side, sideways, and backwards, and your marks aren't in the right spot. You will get like a vertigo type thing going.
I can't even be a thread off on this. I'll be honest, I feel like I got drunk goggles on right now.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you're in high school, they're like, put on these drunk goggles and walk the line. And you're like, I'm on the line, and you're not. Yeah, I feel like I'm not on the line at all. Even with my finger directly on the line, I'm like, no, I've lost it, I'm off. It's okay, Max just hates me. That's why I'm doing this.
I'm a little bit nervous, but mostly excited just to engage with everyone, get to read some questions from the audience in live time. I've had people call and email in saying that they're excited to see me, so I'm excited to give the people what they want. It's a little intimidating. You don't want to say the wrong thing. I feel like this is kind of an extension of a path that USA Kilts has been slightly on, focusing a little bit more on women's wear, carving out a spot for women in Highland wear. It's kind of a new frontier in some ways, and I feel like we're on the cutting edge of that, and this is really exciting to get to answer some questions and that kind of thing. Can't wait to get started.
Today, we have a special person in the MC chair. Very special lady, Miss Emma.
Hey everyone!
So we'll bring in Emma for this one.
When you're putting together a whole outfit, you kind of get a more sophisticated look. So if you're thinking about getting a great kilt, check out our tartan.
I love how you threw up your gang sign there.
That's right.
Until next time,
Sayonara.
I think it went well. We got a lot of questions, answered a lot of ladies' questions. To some extent, it is what I imagined it would be. I think we had some good conversations. Yeah, I would do it again. There was a customer that I had talked to on email before, and she had said that she was really excited after last show. She was really excited to see me on the show and get some more ladies' questions answered. Seeing that kind of connection was really exciting. That'll stick with me.
The Scruffy Wallace tartan is a tartan that I designed with Josh Scruffy Wallace. He was the bagpiper from Dropkick Murphys from like 2003 to 2015-ish. Basically was a big fan of the band, like in the late 90s, early 2000s, went to a bunch of shows up in Boston. When we started the Kilt Company, he had essentially just started in the band right around that time. So I made a kilt for the bagpiper, took it to a show at the Chameleon Club in Lancaster, PA, handed it to the merch table and said, here, I want to give this to the bagpiper. And they said, hold on. They went in the back, they came back out front and said, he's already dressed for the show, but he wants to meet you, so come back here right outside, right after the show, he wants to hang out. And we just basically hung out in the bar for that night, and I went down to see him in Atlantic City the next day, and became fast friends. Over the years, make a bunch of different kilts for him to wear on the road, with like hidden tin whistle pockets and that kind of stuff, so you could actually play on stage in them. Around 2010-ish, He said, yeah, I think I want to design my own tartan, so help me do that. He basically told me that he wanted a muted kind of color palette, and he wanted it to be kind of a blending of his family tartan and his military tartan. He was in the Calgary Highlanders up in Canada, so he wanted something that had the feel of like the Campbell Ancient Black Watch kind of tartan. That's what he wore in the military. And he also wanted the feel of the Wallace hunting tartan, which is the one that he wore as his family tartan. After several years, we'd done a couple runs of this in wool and then actually stock supported it in PV for a while. A few months ago, in a very short period of time, there were several people who contacted us and contacted Josh and said that they wanted the Scruffy Wallace tartan in wool. We kind of just put together a group order and said, all right, if there's any interest, who wants to do this again? We're gonna do one more run and then just kind of be done with it. Surprising number of people who still wanted it and still desired the tartan, and so we just put out a group order and made a whole bunch of them for, pre-sale kind of thing. Scruffy Wallace wasn't one of the first ones I designed, but it meant a lot to me, and my relationship with Josh means a lot to me. You see these bands and you see these, these celebrities, so to speak. You never think you're gonna get to meet them. And then when you get to meet them and they're actually really, really cool people, really down to earth, like just solid people, it really means a lot to me to be able to have a deeper connection with their music and with, him being able to call him a friend of mine.
Doing the history of Christmas in Scotland and why it was banned for about 400 years. I'm tired already. We got the Farby costumes and we're gonna tell some stories here. This is the best part of the job. I would never predicted like 10 years ago or whatever that I'd be doing this kind of thing for a living. So yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Now we're all decked out too for Christmas. We're putting up all the Christmas decorations for the segment.
Oh, that's right, Adam! Beat the Hun! Hey everybody, it's Christmas time! A time for crackers and stockings and delicious ham and gifts for one and all. Oh, you can just smell those chestnuts roasting in the air. Here's a look at where Christmas came from, why it disappeared for centuries, and how it came back. I'm hoping you're gonna say this is a good take. I feel like it's pretty good. Protestants of many traditions also began to see sin and vice in the old holiday. This is take 2, Reformation Party Poopers. It's my slightly Farby late Viking period stuff. This is basically 11th century Nordic wool tunic, linen tunic, and this is a null-binded fisherman's cap. This is going to be for the early history of the Yuletide and Christmas from basically the Dark Ages up through the Renaissance. Partying like it's $9.99. Medieval segment, take 2. I'm taking my job very seriously. That's what we're doing. Enjoy this year's festivities. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to you. And happy Hogmanay. Will that work? Are we good, or you want me to do it again?
That's what we're doing. We're putting up Christmas decorations. Figured we'd start out, we'd head into the office, I pulled the pictures we did from last year, and I can start assigning out tasks to everybody. We've got obviously the tree in the middle here. I think, Emma, did you do that by yourself last year, or was that a you and Jillian joint collabo?
That was a Jillian and Emma joint collabo, much like the Appalachian folklore.
You guys can... Matt, I was hoping you could get the wreaths up high, because tall. Sticking with the basic plan from last year, a little bit minimalistic. Nice Christmas touch, but not blam, 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 Christmas in your face.
Don't want the mic to frame.
This is our storage building. We store a lot of our holiday decorations. I think they used to do the live show from in here. Christmas stuff. And then the tree, heck yeah. My family are lumberjacks.
A brand new tree. We don't have a brand new tree anymore.
Sometimes when you get an 8-yard kilt, you get scraps along with it. Really cute for wrapping around a Christmas tree. Christmas done! Woo!